G'day, today we're going to have a look at another weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. So this one is the challenge of the 11th of October. We've got unlimited tunnels, double the number of roundabouts awarded, and more trees, but they can't be destroyed. So there's some definitely nice things in there. A lot of tunnels on this level will certainly be welcome. Double the amount of roundabouts would be interesting. Just be whether I can get roundabouts early and I guess be inspired to use them. Because I have certainly had ones previously where they throw this out as a challenge, but just then never get roundabouts offered up. But I can see there's some big grouping of trees that they've put around here, which could make this interesting once we start to have some stuff going on up here. But the idea that we can just sort of cut through the mountains as indifferently as we want is very appealing. It also means that we won't be offered roundabouts or, I guess, bridges. I don't think there's any need for bridges in this one, so we surely wouldn't be offered bridges either, which will make for some interesting... like, surely it should mean we could end up with a lot of, say, roundabouts or traffic lights or highways, because there's nothing else to offer us. So we'll just jump straight into the roundabouts, just get a big old serve. Now, one problem already is that with the position of these two guys, anyone over here could be cut off from any sort of destinations over here, except we do have the luxury of cutting through the mountain. These guys can't because they would have to go directly into the mountain, whereas this guy, we can just sort of swing around, cut through. That's probably more of a placeholder house, that guy there, because he can easily switch back to being with this one, and we'll just look for another population somewhere that can look after this guy. Alright, so let's pause for a second. Cut that out. Because this guy now being circle is probably a bit more important to take care of. We will give them a roundabout to just enjoy, to sort of come into it, to look after him. And what we will do, swing this guy up and around, and again, it's probably still just placeholder stuff. We'll just break it up so that it's two guys here, two guys there. Take the traffic lights this time. Like I said, I do think we'll get offered roundabouts a fair bit here. You didn't put a roundabout in here to allow these four guys to all sort of share the workload between the two. I feel like his road would be quicker if I swung him back around this way. Then that guy's would almost be longer, but got to go one way or the other, I guess. That feels quicker, right? At least those are two quite generous placements that they've given us there. We just want to see a second house show up here. Cool. So let's pause. Get rid of all that. Let those guys all just take care of that one guy. Have this guy swing around top. Now, it does mean that he's going to have slightly less... Well, no, he's going to have the same amount of support because he only had the two houses up here as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if I've got much use for those roundabouts yet. And if I'm not using them early, it's problematic for where I'm ever going to use them, because this will get crowded real quick. And even here we could possibly just... No, they're still going to hit that same point, aren't they? Because we can do that. Divide it a bit more 2-2 as opposed to CAD. Now, there's no gap there that this guy can get through. The only way I could make a gap would be if we get rid of that guy's build, cut them across the top, change this guy's route again, that, and let this guy roll through. Some nice big groups of trees in the outskirts here as well. Would be nice to see this guy go circular, because I think that he'll be set for life with those two right there. See that they're spending a lot more time at home than they are at work. Go to the roundabouts. I haven't used the traffic lights yet either. Okay. So at least here we can just indifferently cut straight through the mountain. And again. And that is a long route though, that guy's having to go on. I don't really have any use for him. The thing I do want to do though is change this to be a bit more down. So basically they're just taking out like they're not taking out the whole top section, they're just going to pull down as close as possible to the rest of everything below them, so that there's room to sort of work above them if need be. With that in mind, it would be good to put a piece there just so I don't lose that join there. I don't think I've got any use for him at this point, because he's so he's going to be fine with his 2. This guy should be right with 5. A spot that would be comfortable for these guys to sit. Join in here. I mean, he would go straight in there. And I guess we can just make that sort of connection there or something. I might be better suited as a as an intersection. These two are a pain here because it does block off being able to just route some guys around the outside. This is why I've built this here. I don't trust these weird little guys at the top blocking me out. Alright, we'll send him down. Got the extra guy to help out here. Maybe if he's better off like that. It's probably a little shorter route for him. It does give me the luxury of swinging these two guys around to join and help on there too. Alright, cool. That was a nice little generous fix here. to make these guys face down to help block. We built him there to block that way, and build that guy there, so they're just blocking. Okay, so let's get these guys connected in here. Yeah, I would like to divide this neighborhood into two. There's a group of guys that are looking after him, and then a group that are looking after him. I do have two... I do have two motorways, but I think I'm just about to have to give up one of those. Alright, for now let's just connect the four because there's nowhere else for those guys to go. Let's connect him there. Okay, so let's just pause for a second. We've got these guys, and again, need road tiles this time. Okay, so we're currently on Sunday. Just wait for that. Cool, we'll take our motorway, even though we needed the road tiles. Get this guy to swing up here. Get rid of that. That. Put it there. Those guys swinging that way, and then we'll put a little lip out there. Let them hop over to get into that. Want these guys to be able to come down and connect in here. Ironically, the space that they need, we can gain by just getting rid of that road. As long as we've got guys... I do occasionally have people ask, why could you look at sort of like getting to the end of a game and then removing all your road and rebuilding it? This is one question I get occasionally, and I think this is a really good answer to it, is you can see these two guys here. I just need to add 2 road here, and so until these cars get off that road, I can't use it. So if you were wanting to, like, just do a complete rebuild, you would have to wait for everyone to finish going where they're currently going before it'll allow you to do it. So the potential overload that all of those places are going to have will sink you. It's not like, what's the other one? Mini Metro, where you've got the luxury of just removing it immediately and letting it be addressed. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get rid of all of that. I'll check to see if I can fit a roundabout anywhere in here. Not really. And we will get these guys to take a little lip there, and they'll just hop over these guys. Then we'll get these red 3 guys to connect here. We will reroute these guys around him. Give him that. Let's flip these guys around. Let's change that slightly. In fact, we can just sort of centralize them a little bit more. And so that road's now... I don't know what that road's now thinking it's doing, but we will put highway 2 just to address over there. We do have 2 more houses down here. That guy's going to be quite a help. Just put that piece of road there because we might be able to swing these 2 guys around. This guy ends up getting a couple of friends. Painfully, what we're now doing is because I built that and then I deleted it, I've now got to wait for this to remove before I can actually get anyone to help out here. Again, this is the problem that you face with trying to do late game changes. Because we've got the 3 there, I would say we can get rid of that in perfect timing. This means that these guys can take care of that. I mean, probably it's going to be more than enough. take the traffic lights. Now I'm going to put a set of traffic lights right there, just so that this guy's got more of a green light that literally to go straight home, because these two are definitely his auxiliary help there. Okay, now we certainly have enough houses, I would say, to take care of this guy. So we'll just swing those two around for now. This is still a circular one, so we do want him looked after. Get a few houses down here, which aren't much help. We have gotten this square here become available, so we could actually swing these guys now down and under. It would allow these guys to come across the top. It could be worthwhile, because then it means that I get back one of my motorways, because I only have 3 at the moment. So let's just do that quick little change. All of this around, I think. Turn them that way. Them that way. Bring him in. Up. Round. These guys come through here. Let's have a look at where we can fit a roundabout in there. Just there, cool. Them sort themselves out that way. And then we'll make that a traffic light. I can't believe we're only 1,000 points into this one. It feels like we've been going for ages, but just going on a slow build. I mean, I was gonna say, so far no one looks like they're in too much danger, but yeah, again, we're only really just started at about 1,100. These guys are probably about 1 house away, I'd say, from being able to remove these two. The fact that there's a set of lights there will just mean that these guys can just have a green light to just continually roll through without issue. We do want to get this guy connected as well. Just use them because we got them. Okay. Now this will be just an easy one to use a motorway on. We've got a ton of houses at the top here. This guy is a bit more overloaded than I would have expected. I suppose we're actually now going to use that for this. Can we fit a roundabout in? We can. There's no way that roundabout can bounce out though. Be the only place it can go, but we can't have like a lip of a road in any direction other than the one where these two guys are. Alright, first thing that we're going to do is take these two houses and just run them in there. They're now going to be the backup for this guy who does look like he's struggling a bit. Part of his struggle though is going to be the layout here. Is what it is, I suppose. So again, we don't want to mess with, we don't want to have a bad layout for these guys. There isn't too much we can do. This will go that way. And now, a set of traffic lights would definitely be what we want here. So we'll take the lights, even though I generally like to always take motorways at this late stage. this guy go unnoticed for a while. What we'll do is we'll flip this guy around, send them up one. Just give them a tiny little motorway, and hopefully that should just correct them and have them set for life. This guy here is probably our next major problem. So what we might do is flip these guys around, and this will be our next motorway. We'll want to take these guys and put them there. These guys are only just getting home and then having to come back out and help out. So we'll get that extra yellow house on board here. We also have this huge population here that are arguably closer to this guy than these are, but turn those two guys around so they can now help out with him. Leave that piece of road there. Oh, we don't need that there. We end up with houses coming through there. It's probably more ideal. Okay, so now what we need is a group of houses that can take care of this guy. The biggest problem that we have is we do not have any motorways available to us at the moment. So we're going to have to get guys from over here through to this. We're going to have to do it through, I think, this roundabout. So we will take 1, 2, 3. Got this 5. Have them run through there. Cool, there's our motorway, so we can just cancel that. This guy disconnected from there, put him down one there, and then we will just... Annoyingly, what we're going to have to do is wait for that go away. Why is these guys are doing so badly? What we'll do is we'll just connect these two guys, run them into the back to help out. Yeah, not until this guy gets out of this will that actually get rid of this whole thing. Again, is that annoying aspect of trying to remove everything. Get rid of that because it's lower than where they're going to sit. Hit 5, just drop across there. This guy here is really struggling. We can see this guy here isn't being used. So, I mean, we should move him across, I suppose, not... So his two cars actually go. Do have this population of purple up here that we could jump to down here if we had a motorway. You can see this yellow guy here is also struggling pretty badly. Now the problem is I don't want to send these yellow guys just straight across this. Because he's... Actually, now I can solve this problem. I can just get rid of that. Flip him around to get the 8 of these guys. Now, the problem's going to be that we can't get too many of these guys through, except, again, we have unlimited. Tunnels. So, we'll have those guys cut through there, which would then mean that these 4 guys can now just have a free run to this roundabout. Take the motorway. This guy here is struggling. We do have a little population of red here we could use. We can have a look to see if we can fit a roundabout in there. Can. I don't know if it's going to be touching That guy causing his own problems. This is getting certainly congested. But I do think that with these, we're better off having everyone flow the same direction. Okay. This guy here is going to need a motorway. And we can use these 3 guys here. 5 guys in the vicinity, but they would have to cross over this guy's road, and he's struggling at the moment. So for now, we'll just make it 3. We've got to keep an eye on this guy as well. Okay. What we could do is we could get creative and get rid of this highway and that tunnel. These guys are blocked. This is just a full wall of guys here. What we can do is go straight up, clean that up a bit, and around. And can we get a thing in there? Cool. All right, let's clean this up a bit. Send these guys in there. Yep, across there. And so that we're a bit more divided coming into that roundabout. And then these guys go to there. So again, we've got to wait for this highway to clear out. Interestingly, none of these guys are even coming around to help. I mean that these guys are actually on top of that. That just doesn't look it. Got 3 more guys down here as well. That would be good to help out with this. Cool. Now, well, I guess we've used the roundabouts, so we'll take the roundabouts. We'll put him there and get them going again. Because you can see I've already sort of given this guy a dangerous sentence for just that brief pause on him. We'll send him north to just help out as well. It's yellow. It's still a really nasty looking mess there. Everything about purple isn't happy. With this guy down here and that guy. We could possibly try and cut this guy through as well. You just see the absolute gridlock that this is becoming. I mean, now everyone's starting to panic. Since this guy here is okay, what we might do is just borrow his roundabout and get more guys in. Help him out. But I think here is where we're certainly there's some major fire. Yeah, these purples aren't going to get in there fast enough to address this. There he goes. 3,500, very nice clean number there. And we can check out how that looks on this rankings. 134, not too bad. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. But till next time, I'll catch you later. See ya.